People are finally ready to hear talk about stuff like this now in a way that they were not.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, hopefully it'll go somewhere.
Yeah, I don't want to get like my hopes up too much, but it does seem like the biggest opportunity that has existed so far.
I had my hopes up pretty high in 2019 when we got it.
Yeah, and then COVID happened conveniently.
Yeah. Well, and then you killed him.
Which I don't even think he's dead anymore. I mean,
it's possible he might still be out there. Which just goes to show that a lot of the push towards totalitarianism and fascism in the West is clearly an attempt at asserting greater population control to make sure that people behind the scenes don't get in the spotlight again.
Absolutely. And I mean, to that point, did you see the 4chan user that got doxxed?
I think I did, yeah.
And there was a post from back then claiming to have been working as a guard at that prison, and that they saw him get wheeled out the day before, and then that account got doxxed and is now proven to actually have been a guard that worked there. So like that dude's story, at the very least of where he was working, is legitimate.
Yeah, he could have made hey,
what's up after
conspiracy podcast?
Yeah, conspiracy. How you doing, afternoon, dude?
We're like Alex Jones if he told the fucking truth.
Right.
If he didn't defend pedophiles.
Hey, thank you for the 25 biddies, afternoon, dude. I was just saying that to Alex earlier, too. It's like, this moment, in theory, should be the moment that... Can I get some tortillas?
You gotta mail them, man. Next time we send you one of our books, we'll wrap it in tortillas.
Yeah, we'll wrap it in tortillas.
Yeah. Wait, you were saying?
Oh, God, what was I saying?
Just that Alex Jones. Take like the
in theory, he should be.
Should be.
But because he got so bought into one political side, he's like, can't even come out and take credit for the things that he used to be.
Mm-hmm. Well, because now he actually actively defends them.
Yeah. He's completely captured.
Yeah. And it seems like Joe Rogan's going that direction.
Oh, Joe Rogan is an Epstein asset.
Yeah.
Just straight up, Joe Rogan's an Epstein asset. He's had like...
Which also explains why he's been so aggressively pro-Trump for so long.
Yeah.
Because that was always the point. Do you guys ever do that internet challenge where people slap each other with tortillas?
No, and I've never heard of that. That's a thing?
We don't do a lot of internet challenges on this channel.
I've never done any internet challenge.
Though Michael did want to do that 100 men versus one gorilla thing, but he
wanted it to be 100 gorillas versus one man's asshole.
One man, 100 gorillas. Meet in the glory hole. Only one.
Oh man, Michael and his love of monkeys.
Yeah.
We didn't tell Alex. We discovered Michael's new favorite anime.
Oh yeah, we did.
It's called The Darwin Experiment. It's about like a half.
It's about his child.
Yeah, it's about Michael's kid. It's like a half man, half chimpanzee, like monkey. That's like also a spy or something.
Yeah.
Like
people really like making monkey spies.
For some reason.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they believe they called it a humancy.
Makes me
humancy.
Makes me think of that episode of South Park with PETA, when they're like going to their village and there's like the half duck, half human baby.
Oh God! Yeah.
Which animal would you be most scared to face
Cassowary.
one-on-one?
Cassowary.
That's a good answer. Are we including extinct animals?
That is a good question because that opens it up a lot.
Yeah.
When we're talking about things that are roaming around live on Earth today, dude, fucking cassowaries are terrifying. They'll fucking lunge at you with their feet. They like bend their feet to their chest, lunge, and then try and disembowel you because they think it's like fun.
Yeah, cassowary would be no joke. I wouldn't want to fuck with a hippo.
No, hippos will kill you.
Hippos are crazy dangerous.
They're actually the most deadly animal, apart from mosquitoes, but that doesn't count. Because
their bite is just bone shattering.
Yeah.
They don't even really bite through your leg. They will just crush it into like an enormous number of pieces.
A hippo can bite a crocodile clean in half, so imagine what it can do to a person.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, which is funny because they're taking over South America now.
They're all Pablo Escobar's hippos.
And they escaped into the jungle, and now nobody can do anything about them. They're just in there.
I don't know if I heard.
You don't know this? Oh, dude.
On his estate in Medellin, and when he got captured, it just fell into disrepair and the hippos escaped. And their population has just exploded. And they're just taking over the jungle in Colombia.
Yeah, because they're perfectly suited for living in like the Amazon rainforest, and nothing eats them. There's no like local disease that really affects them, so they're just taking over. So it might just be like a hippo-infested wasteland soon.
And they are super dangerous. They eat thousands of like Congolese river fishermen and shit every year.
Damn.
Yeah, hippos.
That's pretty intense.
I mean, unless you count like mosquitoes and stuff, but of like large animals like going out and intentionally killing people, hippos kill way more than any.
Oh, kind of snakes though. The water maze, platforms with snakes on them. Need to direct the water through the maze.
I'd probably go with the super bears.
Super bears are probably going to be pretty dangerous.
They're much more aggressive than either the regular grizzly bears or the polar bears. So. And they're also pretty.
That's crazy that we just got super bears, man. Like,
we got super bears, we got super pigs. Did you see that we got super syphilis now?
Super syphilis?
Yeah.
Oh no.
There was, I think it was in Seattle, where there were two
syphilis. That's super serious.
Oh, that's good.
Super syphilis.
Yeah, there is some good superhero name.
Nice, dude.
Look, in the air. It's a plane. It's a bird. It's super syphilis. But no, there was some dude who in Seattle that they found who he had two different kinds of syphilis that had merged into a single super strain, and it is both like seemingly immune to like treatment, and it infects the entire body.
Oh shit. That's crazy.
The dude was going blind because he had super syphilis in his eyes. It was like all up his in his like colon and his stomach and stuff.
That's nuts.
And you got to put that.
Sisyphus has super syphilis.
Truly hell.
That's got to be a fucking tongue twister right there. You say that 5 times fast.
Sisyphus is syphilis.
Sisyphus is syphilis.
Super serious.
Bingo.
That's one.
Oh, then speaking of monkeys.
So, like...
Yes, it is. Indiana Jones is just a plumber for these ancient ruins. Because, it would suck to have been, like, whatever fucking ancient Egyptian or whatever was hired to come out here and, like, tend to the plumbing in these ancient tombs. Well, this one's backed up as shit. Okay. It's not even a bathroom. What are you people doing in here?
Yeah, well, people are shitting in the traps.
Well, thinking about it, if somebody fell into the trap and got squished, right, their body would naturally shit as they die. So the traps would actually get, like, filled with shit pretty quickly. So you probably would need a plumber every time somebody gets caught in the trap.
A bunch of shit and dead bodies. Locking up the fight. Yeah, that'd be a pretty shitty job.
It would. Well, that means that the traps would have a bit of a dual purpose, because not only would they be keeping, thieves and stuff out, but they would be keeping Germans in.
I think the U.S. should send custom forces to Germany to make sure that they don't leave. Maybe it's a matter of use. Keep them in.
It's too late for that, man. We got the EU now.
Getting there.
I love that this is just like a snake barfing, too.
It is.
That way too much.
It's also crazy how much power we can do with systems.
Yeah.
Because, power. France was declining in the Navy.
Oh, what do you expect?
Poland is a $1 trillion economy.
Speaking of, did you hear that The Russians have been attempting to hack Poland's power grid and deactivate all their power. I don't know if Russia really should be picking fights with anybody else at the moment. They can barely handle Ukraine.
Right, and Ukraine wasn't
they're on to horses.
Ukraine wasn't ready for a war when Russia invaded.
No.
Poland has been spending like 5% of its GDP on defense since the fall of the Soviet Union. They've been the only country in Europe building a military for the last 20 years.
Well, they don't want it to be like last time.
Yeah, they don't want to be split in half again.
Fighting fucking panzers on horseback. And I feel like at the moment, if Russia tried to pick if Russia tried to fuck with Poland right now, I suspect they would just get demolished.
Their horses, sir.
This time the Russians are invading.
The Russians, they're invading on horseback.
Well, who knows? They might be out of horses by then.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, that's a good point. They might run out of horses,
They'll
too.
be riding in on sheep or something.
Donkeys.
They are using donkeys right now.
That's kind of incredible. Oh, did the cat open that again? God damn it, every time.
Cats love it.
I don't know. I mean, Russia's getting pretty desperate. They're taking...
Not desperate enough to learn when to quit.
But they're taking mercenaries just about anywhere now. We've seen a lot more, like, mercenaries from sub-Saharan Africa show up in
I'm amazed.
What's their promise to those people? Like, hey, if you come in, we'll give you a horse to go.
I have no idea.
I'm amazed that people are still willing to work as mercenaries for Russia based on what happened to the Chinese and, like, you know, all those people who initially were in the first wave of mercenaries and who left in disgust because the Russians, like, treat them like such shit. So, like, you have to be truly desperate if you are from Africa and want to come, like, work for, like, fucking Russian neo-Nazis.
Yeah, I guess they must be just finding people who will do just about anything. You know, we got people.
Usually don't make the best soldiers.
I'll let you know.
But I guess their only job is to catch bullets until the Ukrainians run out.
Russia is burning up
Itself?
a lot of the hard power that inherited from the Soviet Union.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just cannibalizing what's left of the old empire.
Yeah, I mean, they've used up most of their military resources, most of their economy is in the gutter. They've thrown away their manpower.
Now that India's not going to buy Russian oil, the Chinese will keep it.
Yeah. And the Chinese will keep going, hey, you got to sell it to us for cheaper or trade us some of Siberia.
Look, you see the Chinese are starting to grumble about the Boxing Day rebellion and territory from them.
Snake.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity. Yeah, I would too if I was them. So, like, yeah,
they want Vladivostok. They want a port on the other side of the Korean Peninsula.
Yeah, I would. That's smart.
I mean, we are handing them, like, global superpowers.
Well, yeah, Trump literally backed out of all of our alliances. Except Israel.
No, he loves Israel.
Every American politician.
That did it.
All right.
You know what's funny about the fact that we're playing this game too is also, so we've been talking about Russia. I was learning about how there's a weird geological site that is the center of a bunch of conspiracy theories in Russia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's this place called. Let me double check. I think it's Kara or something like that. But it's this cave system that, like, some Russian guy in, I think, the 80s or 90s found basically in his backyard. Karahora Shaft. And according to this dude who went down there, it looked like it had been built by somebody.
Interesting.
And the Nazis apparently had been interested in the site back in the 1940s.
I bet they had
they had actually sent an expedition there. They had left behind like a swastika. And there are theories that the Nazis had believed it to be one of the possible sites of like the ancient Aryan city or fucking shit.
Right. That bullshit that they made up.
And this Russian guy who found the place ended up dying like a few years later, supposedly, shortly before he was going to announce to his friends that he made some big discovery. Most likely, it's just a cave, and this guy was just kind of buying into woo-woo and shit.
Sure.
But interestingly, there are also like ex-Soviet dudes from Russia who have talked about how the Russian government kind of went around building these giant underground complexes that had all kinds of strange nebulous purposes, and that the cave has some resemblance to a ventilation shaft for a larger power plant.
Interesting.
Probably bullshit, but it's interesting. And I just thought it was fun to bring up in the context of Indiana Jones.
Oh, totally. Yeah, no, that's interesting. I could see some shit like that being true. You know, it's true on Epstein's Island, so
true. That's the thing.
It's not impossible.
We have already had one of the most ridiculous and worst conspiracy theories turn out to be true. So at this point, you know, who knows? It could be anything.
I'm going to trust my intuition.
It was a funny video I saw too, where somebody with a whiteboard was like, "So this is really how society works. The psychos use the schizos to make the normies afraid of the psychos, to afraid of the schizos to trust the psychos, but the schizos are really right about what the psychos are doing."
Yeah, that's accurate.
So as normies, we need to trust the schizos. Yeah, we're definitely in the schizo group.
I mean, if anybody's read our book,
that is also extremely true. Let's see here.
I know people looked at me like I was crazy, but I was like, 2018.
Yep.
Like, you don't know what these people are up to.
Oh yeah, they were 100% people I thought I was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, can't even blame them.
Yeah.
I wish it was.
It is the worst that a conspiracy theory could be.
Yeah. So when some of that stuff came out, do you remember the pictures of the inside of Tony Quebec?
Oh, dude, yeah, the fucking crazy paintings that he's got.
Artwork of paintings. I don't know, man. Like, how do you look at any of those paintings and be like, oh, this guy collects stuff. This guy's a
right.
Well, plus it was also complicated by the fact that a lot of people believed in the conspiracy theories about Epstein and all that, but they only believed it was on one side.
Right, so we were talking about that earlier, yeah.
A lot of people were like, oh, Donald Trump is going to save us from stuff. And it's he's connected to people.
I mean, it's interesting now, because the left is now interested in the primary person that
yes.
But the left also was not interested in it.
Yeah, the two parties flipped again because, the right was all freaking out. Yeah.
Because what really matters when there's a massive network of elite, like, child...
This partisanship.
Pedophiles.
Yeah, it's which side they're on. You have to vote for the pedophile that represents you. That's America.
We only care when it's politically convenient whether kids are being pregnant.
Which, as we said, is now why the right is pretending it's not happening.
It's ridiculous. I can't keep it from.
Because a lot of people just don't have... They're so stuck in...
partisan, then you are anti-pedophile.
Because so many people... It's because we live in a society that has been built around tribalism so firmly now that it comes first for a lot of people in all matters. It doesn't... like... Rule of law, who cares? It's only which guy do you like, and okay, he can do whatever he wants.
that makes you a monster.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
These people have no morals. They probably did at one point, but they sacrificed them on the altar of political tribalism.
Yeah, they did. That's exactly what fucking happened.
Tell you what, man, whether it's Early Gates or Pharma or anybody asking for answers that dies, you're not going to be able to be like, well, I was a loyal member of this team.
Well, that's the thing is this.
I belong to my progressive family.
Well, we've seen how even religion has been subsumed by this, and how regardless of any religion, regardless of whether it's right or left, there are people who will use it as a justification for all this same shit.
Yeah.
At some point, you just have to have some. That hypocrisy has always been. But especially at something like this.
I mean, yeah, it's.
I mean, really, the only hope for America at this point is if people can reclaim the political parties from the sort of insane elites that have taken over them, and if we can, get rid of all this tribalism and sort of push it back in the direction of, no, these people at the top are fucking you, and you should be doing something about that. That's going to be difficult to do.
It's going to be very difficult to do.
But, I mean, that's classic, divide and conquer shit.
Yeah. It is. Since this one's open on 3 sides.
I kind of want like that.
Okay. So those two are both.
Sizes, kind of like, I hope Bane shows up.
Well, the only way that's going to happen is if it comes from the average people.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about
you cannot depend on Washington to fix Washington. You're going to have to vote these fuckers out and elect people who will actually prosecute them. And those people are going to exclusively come from the average.
That's if we have any more elections.
Yeah, that's always in doubt.
I am dubious as to whether...
I mean, Trump keeps talking about how he wants to get rid of it.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's clearly an effort to sort of shut down more elections happening right now.
Yeah.
I guess it's very plainly, obviously happening. Let's see. You this way?
And I do think that if we get to the point where those people effectively win, then Western civilization is done. It will collapse. It may be not right away. It'll take time, but you can't recover from it.
Okay. This is the only one left.
I mean,
just have to figure out.
That's kind of ugly collapse. But there's basically a cult of ancient, like, Canaanite child sacrifice god worship elites that control everything. Yeah, I don't know.
We have the opportunity, maybe.
They're wearing the skin suit instead of this.
Yeah, I know that, but if you can get rid of them, you have a chance to be able to rebuild something.
Well, it depends on how many people who are actually in somewhat, like, in the ranks or in the college club actually have. If it's totally corrupted, I don't know what you do. You gotta have a winter revolution.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't have something that takes these people out of power, then you will just have the continual degradation of society until you have a Bronze Age collapse scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, the U.S. is already dying because of the policies being instituted by these people. The economy is at, like, record shittiness. The military is being slowly perverted into something that will eventually be uselessly incompetent. So, you gotta act soon, or you just gotta consign yourself to the fact that the Western world, which is primarily run by the U.S. at this point, will just collapse once that level of incompetence and corruption becomes the norm. Be accepted.
Right.
Oh man, I haven't seen. I mean, the U.S. has been on this project.
Oh, that's 100% true. That's absolutely true. It's just that now we have the technology to be able to uncover it.
Yes, now more. Yeah, because when you go back, Michael Aquino, you know who that is?
No.
Michael Aquino was an Air Force general, one of the highest ranks, and then a member of this thing called the Temple of Set, which was
well, that doesn't sound good.
Started by Anton LaVey, who's the most famous follower of politics. And he was involved in all sorts of weird psychological operations and all sorts of weird occult crap. But you only know so much. I'm sure that was all that he was using.
It does seem to be a through line in periods of decline of the West, where you have these weird sorts of insane cultist pedophiles that take over society.
He just had a hybrid. The kind of hybrid.
Yeah, I guarantee you that secret societies like this have been popping up for hundreds of years.
Secret societies are ancient.
Yeah. And ones doing this stuff have probably been very common throughout history. I wouldn't be surprised if the periods of civilization downfall coincide with the greatest power of groups like that.
Oh, I think that's definitely the case. Damn it, I get all these to fill up at the same time.
And tell me you look at that guy and you don't just go oh yeah.
What the fuck? He looks like a Star Trek villain.
He does look like a Star Trek villain, yeah, that's right.
How is that? I didn't know it was possible for a person to have
he looks like the doctor from Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must. But he just wore his eyebrows like that all day long.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
That's how classical depictions of Satan have their eyebrows.
That is true. That is exactly what classical depictions of Satan have their eyebrows done up as.
That's a right.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on with these elites is frankly the single greatest threat to humanity.
Know that. Even his own child
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, really, really not surprising.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think if humanity is destroyed as a species, it will most likely be because of the action of the people.
Yeah.
So...
Which might not be entirely a bad thing. I mean, I don't know if I'd want weird splinter societies with the balls of people like this on their own space station somewhere.
Yeah.
Because that's what Elon Musk's Mars colony would be.
Oh, yeah. Well, he couldn't get invited to the island.
Yeah, so he's going to build his own island in space.
I mean, dude, reading those emails, dude, the fact that, someone could be so desperate to be included in any human interaction.
He was literally up on Christmas morning going, "Please, can you guys please let me into the parties?"
That's got to be the single biggest loser to have ever lived. You can't even get the pedophile island people to invite you anywhere. Good lord, dude.
He was bending over backwards to do everything he could for them.
Well, and then there's that photo that came out of him and Zuckerberg both at that dinner with Epstein, too. Yep.
Well, the tech oligarchy is obviously a massive part of this cult.
Oh, a huge part of it, yeah.
Which is not really that much of a coincidence when you see what tech is being used for right now with Grok and all that. Like, wow, the guy who was famous for his palling around with pedophiles made a pedophile AI. What a shocker.
Crazy, dude. Okay. I've managed to get all but one of these at the same time, but I cannot... the one that I am struggling to get the water diverted to is this one. So so this is one which could, in theory, divert over, but then that cuts it off from...
Hold on, can you turn that? Wait, go on. Go on to the other one.
Let me try this one thing here. Let's see, does that...
But then next.
No, that one's still going because it's coming through this way.
Okay.
So...
Well, then you might be through it.
So I think that one goes... Okay, wait. Oh, but then that's the problem. So this one goes here, then it diverts here. This one can't turn, so it diverts here. So we go here. But can I do this one without messing any up the other ones? This one was directing it over here, so those are still good.
Oh, okay.
So then that one brings it over here. Okay, cool. No, I think we got it.
Cool. Ancient plumbing is fun.
I know, right?
Didn't they just make it so the shit goes downstream like Jesus?
There we go.
Maybe that's like an illustration of how to make shit.
Could be.
Hey.
Yo, what's up, No Name? We're just having a lot of fun talking about the Epstein files.
And snake shit.
But how you doing? What's going on? What's up today? Also, did you play this DLC yet? Because, I mean, I know you were super into this game. But I wasn't sure if you played the Order of Giants expansion. Oh, not your breathing mask.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Alright. Gotta find a way up the statue.
Hello, puppy.
Gotta finish Expedition 33 to make space to reinstall this. You do gotta finish Expedition 33, because I can't pick your brain about the story still. About where that whole thing goes. Because, I mean, there is like a Remedy game amount of layers, too. Like the foreshadowing and all the stuff going on in that. Oh. That is a conversation I can't wait to have. Also, fucking these video game companies need to find a way to make their fucking compression better. There's no good reason for all the games that come out today to take up as much space as they do.
Yeah, I mean, it's because companies don't care about compression anymore. They go, fuck it, everybody's got big hard drives, we don't have to try.
But then even the big hard drives, it's like you can install 5 games on it, and exactly. That's it.
Yeah, well, whenever a game gets to be like 100 gigs, like, you gotta have, like, a fucking entire rack of hard drives to store them.
Yeah, and that goes for a lot of games I really like, too, like the fucking Metal Gear Remake, which I was a big fan of. Still, yeah, it's like, it used to be that, like, if a game had, like, a really kind of crazy hard drive requirement, it was usually because it had a shitload of, like, high-definition cutscenes. But most games now are not dealing with that problem. Getting closer? Yeah.
Yeah, but they go, we don't have to put them on discs anymore, so nobody cares.
Right, it's definitely like a... Where am I trying to land?
Yeah, that's the downloadable.
Well, I guess not DLC specifically, but certainly the microtransaction part of DLC, we know who we have to thank for that.
I'm sure this is what they had in mind when they built this.
That still kind of blows my mind a little bit. That's of all the conspiracies that it would have been discussed over the years. Jeffrey Epstein caused microtransactions to be a thing in Call of Duty,
which are called CP points.
Which are called CP points in the game. That's what that's called in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like on a big gold coin. Like that's, yeah. I mean, that is a conspiracy theory I couldn't have even come up with if you like tried to find.
That's the kind of thing you would read on
me.
like fucking 4chan Reddit.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
It does sound like
space. Jeffrey Epstein did.
Jeffrey Epstein was heavily invested in Call of Duty.
Yeah, right. It sounds like bullshit, but fuck, that's where we're at.
Invent microtransactions.
And called them CP.
Yeah, right. And then, oh, but did you notice that the abbreviation for that is also the abbreviation for that? Like, that sounds like some horse shit.
Yeah.
And yet, here we are.
At the rate things are going, we're going to find out that aliens are real and that they're also pedophiles.
Maybe Jeffrey Epstein is an alien. It would make me feel ever so slightly better about humanity if he was an alien and not a human being to begin with.
What is literally about to happen?
Oh, we're about to.
Oh, yeah, I know
they're
that.
going to lie to us about aliens being real to distract us from the.
Yeah, that's 100% going to happen. We predicted that for a while.
I mean, it's been like a thing, man.
Could be real. I'm not saying that's 100% not true. Some of the tic tac, some of that stuff is interesting. I don't know. But even if it is true, we're only going to hear about it.
Yeah. The government is absolutely lying to us about that. That's their like break glass in case of emergency. We have no other way to distract people.
That is the last side.
Hopefully. But yeah, I mean, the thing with aliens, regardless of conspiracy theories or actual scientific discoveries, is basically, was it Epstein who spread the rumor that aliens do anal probing?
Yeah, that's been around since...
What, the 40s?
Yeah, maybe before. Yeah, 40s probably.
I don't know where that comes from specifically.
Dudes that are really hoping that aliens will come and probe them.
I know that the first... there was...
Couple, something, I think Frank Hill. I don't know.
Hank Hill?
I think he probably just got caught having gay sex and was like, the aliens made me do it, honey. They put stuff on my butt. I didn't want it.
That's why my sphincter is so big.
So they wore me out over 5 years.
Well, I thought there was like one instance of some dude saying that in like the 50s, and then after he did that, there were a whole shitload of copycat stories about anal probing.
I am not like an alien truther, so my knowledge of alien stuff is from the occasional podcast. But all I know about aliens is, so I can't say for sure. I just know that one of the first documented alien abduction kind of cases did involve the alien.
Yeah,
it's been around for a while.
Yeah. It's the kind of thing where, like, once one person says it, anybody that's just trying to get attention is going to also say it.
It's similar to how...
You don't want to claim that the aliens abducted you and they didn't want to probe.
It's like, well, yeah, what's wrong with your butt?
Yeah,
like,
what's not good enough for the aliens?
Yeah, you don't want to be the one guy at the party who isn't probable, you know? But yeah, I mean, it's also similar to how...
The alien walked by, he's like, I wouldn't even probe that guy's ass if
I wouldn't probe his ass with a 20-foot pole.
I wouldn't even probe his ass with Gorthorax's finger.
But yeah, you know, it's also like a lot of bullshit because back in like the really early days of alien sightings, there were all kinds of wildly different accounts.
Oh, for sure.
And then once you had a couple of them become popular, suddenly every alien sighting looked exactly the same.
Yeah.
There are also it is officially known now. some of the CIA, FBI intelligence operatives and stuff from the 50s and 60s have come out and said that they went to people who were suspicious about some of the things they were seeing out in the desert when they were testing new weapons technology and gave them a bunch of fake documents about aliens and everything to try to kill them.
So, I mean, the idea of the government lying about the existence of aliens to distract people from their actual crimes is not new.
No. It's sort of the
default. They were committing crimes, they just wanted to keep the weapons on.
What's wrong with your plot?
What's wrong with your plot? It's, we can, well, what's the insurance, was it a credit card or an insurance commercial? It's like, what's in your wallet? You said Ving Rhames. You should get Ving Rhames to do a commercial for that. He's like, "What's wrong with your butt?"
He's wearing a green alien
What's
mask.
in your?
That was longer than that.
But no, the thing I was going to say is that with all this stuff, be it conspiracy theory or scientific evidence, it's never aliens until it's aliens.
Right.
Well, until there's an alien standing in front of you.
Probing you.
Yeah. Well, then they're standing behind you.
Well, that's true. We don't know about their biology.
A good point. I guess maybe they have extra long tentacles for, they can
I also think that
look you in the eye.
You know, if an alien comes down and it doesn't have a tentacle, the Japanese are going to be so disappointed.
Elon Musk gave up and trying to go to Mars. No, he wants to build his pedophile island there.
Well, he's pivoting to the moon.
Yeah, he's like,
well,
we're going to
realize Mars went hard.
Also, why?
Well, it's also just like,
why wouldn't you build a moon base first?
Because it doesn't sound as flashy. That's why.
But it just makes logical sense.
Yeah, I know that. You know that. But Elon Musk never really.
Too much from the moon.
Well,
you don't have to overcome Earth's gravity.
Elon Musk has never cared about practicality or logic in like any of this stuff. He's all about flim flam and being like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do this big thing that nobody's ever done before, and I'm going to do it in 2 years."
Well, he said
Humanity will never colonize the solar system unless they build a gigantic fort on Mars, on the moon first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, frankly,
the only option.
Frankly, what we should be doing is we should build a giant refinery up there, and we should start hauling asteroids over there and breaking them down.
Yes,
that's what you should do.
Well, what we should be doing is just sending high-powered huge rocket boosters with tons of fuel to asteroids, planting it on it, and just steering the asteroids into low Earth.
Yeah. Pissed off somebody.
Got a feeling.
Whoops. Well, that.
Ulysses, how do you feel about the fact that more and more evidence accrues that the U.S. military was really interested in where the bodies of the Nephilim were?
Oh yeah, that
really?
Oh dude, that's been in the Epstein files.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What does it even mean? Bodies of the fucking Nephilim.
I don't know.
That's some Nazi shit. Why are we doing Nazi shit?
I don't know, dude, but
because we brought all the Nazis after World War II into the U.S. government.
Yeah, but like, did we have to bring the ones who are obsessed with the occult stuff?
I don't know, man. But yeah,
I think those are the ones that the U.S. government might have been the most interested in now.
That means the Russians are probably into that shit too.
Oh, I would not be shocked if the Russians were also all over it.
That is a conspiracy theory that I wrote up.
I thought that was way too crazy.
People saying we invaded Iraq to get the Nephilim forces. I'm just like, that's some ancient alien.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's horseshit. But
that's how you know we're in the worst reality, because we live in the ancient aliens reality.
We were talking about how that would piss you off in particular.
No, it does. No, we're gonna find out that everything's aliens. There really is a Stargate under ancient Egypt. You know, the pyramids really are the Death Star cannon that was meant to fire another race. That cave in Russia I just mentioned really was the battery that connects to Giza.
The Anunnaki flew down to the pyramid south
Yep.
Maybe we are in a simulated reality while the Anunnaki uses the slaves to harvest gold and then, like, tried to, like...
You know what? At this point, you can't disprove it.
Yeah, that's a conspiracy, and I still don't know what to think of
it. It's just the fact that the documents are in there at all is, like, really throwing me for a loop. I'm like, why is that in there?
We're getting to the point where I'm going to have to fucking style my hair to look like goddamn broccoli and be the alien guy.
I mean, the fact that, like, for all intents and purposes, the elite are basically vampires.
Yeah.
It's insanity.
Well, I mean, that's where all these vampire myths come from.
Yeah.
Don't forget, some of them are literal vampires harvesting the blood of people around them for eternal youth.
The only thing that sucks about that is we can't push them in the sunlight to get rid of them.
At this point, does anybody have any doubt that they're all doing adrenochrome?
This is actually a great emote. God damn it.
That would be pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know, man.
There is it.
I think that is more likely now than it was before. That's for sure.
Where do you think some of these disappeared children ended up?
I mean, even before this, remember when like that fucking human farm that John of God guy
that guy
was running? I mean, that's like something that
Oprah's like pastor.
Yep, he's Oprah's personal spiritual advisor.
That is a recurring thing throughout human history. These weird sort of like blood farms and shit with these ideas based around eternal youth and all that.
I mean, it also does explain the torture aspect.
Yep,
it does.
From the adrenaline of
yeah, it's the same principle as those fucking geese that they eat in France.
Basically.
Yeah, that goes to show you the human race hasn't really advanced at all in tens of thousands of years. We still buy into the same hula bullshit about immortality and, harvesting the essence of others that our fucking caveman ancestors did.
What was her name? Elizabeth Bathory that would bathe in the blood. I mean, yeah, it's all the same shit.
And she's just one of the most famous examples of that. There is countless other examples.
And how many friends did she have over for parties that we just never found out about?
Exactly, and she, if I remember correctly, mostly preyed on children.
Yes, she did. It was at the very least like young
girls.
Yeah.
The Marquis de Sade.
Yep.
Yep.
We're going to become like the conspiracy stream.
I think we're already there.
We're pretty.
But the thing is that we're also right.
It's conspiracy. Right.
Now it's conspiracy fact.
Right. Well, I was gonna say it's conspiracy still. Either way, it's just whether it's a theory versus truth.
If we had started going off on this shit like 2 years ago, people would have been like, "Oh, those guys are crazy." But now it's like, well, no, you can just see it right now. It's just not happening. Yeah.
Go look at the back. Well, and to be fair, even then there was some real fucking files back in 2016 that just most people were not ready to see. True. And I didn't want to push it on people because I feel like the shit's so sick and disgusting that people got to kind of come to this on their own. You can't force them to acknowledge it. You kind of have to let them discover it for themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's time now, dude.
It is time.
I would point out that if you don't want to look at the files yourself, and that's totally understandable, there are people more qualified than us who are saying the same shit.
I mean,
don't.
I'm just some.
Don't base it just off of us.
Yeah, we're just some fucking schlubs from Minnesota, but there are people who know shit. People who can. People who can articulate that shit way better than we can, and they are all over the internet. Take your pick.
Plus, I mean, to be fair, we have been saying some of this stuff for like 10 years.
True. Well, all of us have always been very skeptical of authority.
It's because anybody with authority is a piece of shit.
Man, this kind of proves it.
There's a fucking class of people that never have consequences for anything they do.
Yep. Some animals are more equal than others.
Yeah, some animals are so equal they have concerts, You watch that Animal Farm movie?
Oh god, that looks like trash.
Dude, that's gonna piss me the fuck. There's gonna be like kids at a certain age.
We'll think that's just what Animal Farm.
Yeah, they'll think that's what Animal Farm is.
George Orwell really wrote about them driving Ferraris.
If you bring up the book Animal Farm, they'll be like, "You mean the animated movie?"
Yeah.
That's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, we do have like such a brain rot generation going on now that like
we do have a brain rot. Yeah.
People are not going to bother with the old movies and certainly not the book because they're not exciting enough. But if you're like 5, you're watching this dumb animated movie that's mostly going to be dance numbers.
Oh my god, dude! Animal Farm with dance numbers? Yeah. I didn't even think about that. That
was in the trailer, dude.
Oh god, you're right. It was.
But yeah, that just tricks something in the lizard brain to make you go, "Oh yeah, this is worth paying attention to." And hell, a lot of adults aren't even capable of resisting that, so let alone kids.
I mean, there's a lot of people that just like watch slop.
Yeah.
And just don't. I mean, look at how many people are like super into like some like the AI stuff, or like being like, oh, isn't that cool? And I'm like,
there are
pretty
people,
soulless, but
there are people who will look at the most slop of AI slop and go, "This is the future. This is what all human content will be from now on." I feel like if you hit someone hard enough with a hammer that it breaks, they're probably dead.
I would think so.
Skulls are a lot squishier than hammers. Meanwhile, rifle butts can do anything.
You stay over there. Oh, shut up.
Go away.
What?
Oh yeah, that guy.
God damn it. Took out every guy, like, methodically, and then that fucker. Yeah, took all the way back at least.
Yeah, you only have to do it, what, 4 guys?
Wandering around.
Sounds
down
like
there. That was actually a really funny interview. Back when that first, like, J.J. Abrams Star Trek was coming out, it was the guy that played Sulu and Carl Urban, that played Bones,
Sure.
doing interviews with this woman, and she asked him a question about like fast food, and that like they must have just never been in an area where the restaurant Five Guys existed, because
nice.
she was like, well, if you could use the beam technology to go like anywhere in the world, where would you go? And then she gives her answer. She's like, I would go to Five Guys, and both of them stop and like, what?
Yeah, that guy took you. The same guy took you out again.
I didn't even notice there was another guy there. The fuck?
That's funny. Yeah, Five Guys is a weird name.
It's a very weird name for a restaurant.
I mean, I get it, but it definitely just sounds like the beginning of a film title. Five Guys make filth a sandwich, you know?
You just can't put a number in front of the word guys and girls since 2 girls.
That's true.
Not expect people to get that. You can't say 37 girls and not be like, oh, what's going on here? Like, I feel like bad video ruined a lot of things.
Did really.
Totally see how it came about. It's 5 guys. There were clearly 5 creative dudes.
It was probably just, 5 guys ran the business or wanted to open a store together. Like, well, there's 5 of us.
They probably were
We're
like,
guys.
oh, it'll make people think that it's, just such a wonderful little small town business just by 5 regular guys. And then this sounds like a porn title. There you go.
Or they were high as fuck. That's also
probably true.
That is a distinct possibility.
I mean, I feel like if we got sufficiently high and had sufficient money back in the day,
I might think that was a good idea.
Opening a sandwich shop is not something I would put past it.
I would. I've been anti-opening a restaurant since I was a kid and my dad owned it. This shit's a lot.
Oh, I know it's a lot of work. That's why you hire someone else to do it.
It's
What if it was 6 people named it 5 guys? The dude named it what he saw. What if it was 6 people that named it 5 guys? Didn't like one of them.
Well, what if they also like had to like
I wanted to try that.
kick him out of the group or something? Like,
maybe there were 6 guys, but there was 5 guys, and then that one guy was doing something else.
Man, I feel like they pushed the 6th guy out like Ringo, and they're like, we can't name a restaurant 6 guys. All right, it just doesn't work. You have to go.
How many guys? How many guys?
How funny would it be if, like, he was the first one to come up with the idea? It was like, what if we call it 6 guys? And they're like, fuck you, that's stupid. Get out of the room. Okay, now he's gone without 5 guys.
It's about branding, you understand?
I do like how a hammer hurts more than a bullet in this universe.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This place is just across the river.
Yeah.
Not that I'd want to be hit with either, but if I had to pick,
Yeah. The actual like nail. There's even a couple punches between these guys. I'm going a whole flip and
Yeah. Yeah, that's their way of just encouraging the player to behave more like Indiana Jones at the end of the day.
He did shoot that dude.
And that's the thing is like he still uses the gun, but it's probably good that it's not like his primary.
Sure. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be like fucking, John Wick.
It could be kind of cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Indiana
Jones.
Yeah, why not?
Wait, what?
We're going in the Cloaca Max.
No, not the Cloaca.
The Cloaca Maximum.
Oh, Alex, because we brought up Star Trek, have I got an episode for you?
It's newer.
This is an old one, but it's one I only just learned about. Because this is apparently a Deep Space Nine episode.
This is what Tim was telling us about?
Yeah, see, Cloaca Maxima.
I guess that's what they call the sewer area.
Huh. Alright, that's an interesting name. So is, like, Cloaca the genital named after sewers, or is it the other way around?
I'm assuming it's named after them.
Yeah, I wonder what Cloaca is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would make... waste, maybe it's like waste tube or something.
Well, I mean, that is kind of what a Cloaca is. It's an
right.
all-purpose tube, right?
Yeah, it's what you'd call a dinosaur's booty hole.
Yeah, their trunk is in there, and it's where other things come out of too.
Yeah, Cloaca means sewer, drain, or canal.
All right.
So yeah.
So it's kind of the equivalent of if we called our sewage system like the California butthole or whatever.
Yeah. God, they'd have to rename
The entire city's a sewer. But Star Trek. So there's this episode late in Deep Space Nine, which is many people view as like the best ever Star Trek, right?
I know people do. I don't know why.
I don't either, man. Now that I've seen some of it here and there, I'm like, what do people like about this? But
oh shit, dude, what's going on at the Cloaca Max?
Sounds like a fun tour.
It's like fucking Cloaca Times magazine or something.
The Cloaca Times.
But yeah, so you know the character Worf, right? So they imported him to Deep Space Nine from Next Generation. Because Deep Space Nine is boring and sucks, and they needed characters that people like.
Yeah, but they have all those Jewish stereotypes.
That they do. They had a whole army of them. You gotta judge it, and it's entirely, the early seasons are rough, but they do inform the character arcs that are good later, unfortunately. Including all the episodes about the Jewish Ferengi aliens and their stupid bar. Because there's a lot of that.
Well, the episode you're talking about is also from pretty far into the series.
Yeah, this is episode 4. This is the capstone of Worf's character arc across Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. Because you see, he gets a girlfriend in Deep Space Nine, right? And so this episode opens with it being established that whenever her and Worf fuck, right, they have like murderous, violent sex, where like they both have to go to the sick bay afterward. Oh, Star Trek is bad filler guest writer episode. I mean, you're not wrong.
They have to go to the ER.
Yeah, they have to go to the ER.
They have a show on TNC.
Really?
It's called Sex Sent Me to the ER.
Well, they could have a Star Trek version of that. Neither is Star Trek.
Alright, so alright.
So the episode opens with her limping out of sickbay, right? And everybody else is sitting around like a cafeteria table, and they're like, haha, we're fucked you halfway to death again. And she's like, yeah.
I would have to give my friend a high five if my girlfriend came limping out of the ER.
Good God.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh yeah, did you break your spine again? She's like, oh yeah, it was so great. And they're like, ah. And then they all decide in that moment, you know what we should do as a crew, as a get-together? We should all go to the sex planet and have an orgy. This is within the first couple minutes of the episode, right?
It's like their team building.
You have to include that she's so clearly proud of it, and she has her Worf more than she's gotten Sure. I'm not saying she's not into it. She is into it.
It's just weird that their sex is based on like how much they break each other's minds.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying that Worf is the abusive one in the relationship. I'm saying that they're both weird. And I think it's even...
Like, I mean, it's like probably like go to like a hotel room and they're like,
Come on.
Just destroy the room.
Yeah,
they had a great time. It's hard to understand.
You weren't half bad.
It just doesn't seem like the sort of thing you would share with your coworkers.
It doesn't seem like that seems like a private activity.
I don't go into the break room and be like, oh yeah, when I was fucking my girlfriend in the ass the other day, there was blood everywhere, it was great. Like, nobody does that. Oh, but she's like basically bragging about it at work at the park. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. But, so they go to the sex planet, right?
That, I feel like, is something that you should be even less likely to share with your coworkers. Like, who wants it?
You should be fired if you share that with your coworkers.
Yeah, dude, I'm calling HR all day. I'm calling HR at the next, 12 companies. I'm calling
the next 12 companies.
Reinforcement. You asked me to go to the orgy planet.
But yeah, so they get to this planet where it's revealed that old people in the Federation go to this planet to be fucked to death. Like, that's what the planet is partially for, apparently.
What?
Yeah. That's how the Federation works, Alex. This is a futuristic utopia. Why are you questioning this?
Excuse me? Who's fucking the old people to death? Whose job is that?
There's like an entire planet of sex workers who do this. Like, one of them comes up. It's not a real takeaway from that episode. It's a one-off line. I mean, you can't discount that, though. They pointed out, like, there's a character who...
There's people being like, it's honest work. I just trust him.
Yeah.
I put another one in the ground. What?
Yeah.
That's their version of Valhalla.
Pretty much, yeah.
If I don't die with my dick in your hand, I'm going to hell.
But yeah, so the real plot of the episode is that when they get there, Worf is pissed because he didn't want to go to the sex planet. He wanted to go fuck her to death on Earth, right? It's not said that directly. There's no plan to do it. The old people just show up and they die because old. I mean, that doesn't really make it better. The fact that old people are coming here with the express purpose... Yeah. And, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so...
He wanted to fuck her death.
Yeah, he wanted to go to Earth. He didn't want to go to the sex planet. And so he's, like, being... And so he's being a grumpy bitch about it the whole time, right? And so he decides that he's going to become, like, an anti-sex Puritan terrorist, right? And so he joins up this group of people who are on this planet who are against, like, this pleasure planet entirely because they think that people need to be focused on the war that's going on or whatever. And these people prove how, no, not defending it, just gotta be more lore accurate. Fair.
Because it doesn't need to be more bad than it is.
I'm just saying, but, so these terrorists, they want to hold this orgy at gunpoint, right? To prove how, like, rational and pure they are.
Dude, how crazy would that scene in The Dark Knight be? Where...
What if Batman fucked the Joker to death? What do you got to say?
That's why Heath Ledger couldn't make it.
The Joker walks into the planet. You want to know how?
Yeah.
Stars got a scene or whatever. It's just like a bunch of naked old people having an orgy, and he comes in. They start...
But yeah, so they're holding the orgy at gunpoint. We gotta find a night to watch this episode. There are good DS9 drinking games.
Damn, I feel like I might die of alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, that's pretty likely.
I'm up for it, though.
Get this shot.
Take a drink every time the show is racist against Jews.
Yeah, no, because it's, I mean, that you will definitely die of alcohol poisoning with Deep Space Nine.
But,
I still think the Ferengi were a more tasteful portrayal than Watto, but that's not saying...
That's a low bar.
Yeah, I'll agree with you, but I feel like that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's a bar so low it's under the ground, like, you know?
Like, Bonet's got the like hubcap on it.
Yeah. The Ferengi do have little hats though.
They do have little hats. Yeah.
But that was like a visual gag of like, hey, if you didn't realize
the first movie,
yeah. But so Worf joins up these terrorists, and so his plan is to steal the weather control device for this planet, which is like a big TV remote. And apparently the Federation has no security whatsoever on their sex planet that everybody goes to have orgies on. So, like, the terrorists just have free reign. Worf has free reign to do what he wants.
Rain on the buck parade?
A lot of the Quark stuff was written by Jews. They were trying to twist and reclaim the stereotypes. I don't think they did a good job.
Yeah, because it just kind of comes across as insulting.
Yeah. But, so he grabs the big TV
like a minstrel shows, but like, yeah, but it was written by a black.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? Jar Jar Binks was voiced by a black actor, and yet it still comes across as like...
I've seen that argument for defending Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
That, the actor was black, so it can't be racist. And it's like...
Well, that's still what it comes across as, though.
And I'm not saying that the dudes who were on Deep Space
I would say
they're the same level as that actor.
And they're probably not doing it on purpose, even. Yeah. I'm not even saying that, but it definitely ended up being that way in presentation.
It is a show from the 90s, written by people in the 90s, and predominantly for a white audience. That's true.
Well, we know what Woody Allen was doing in the 90s, and it was on Epstein's Island.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's his wife.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I don't think you should be able to marry your stepdaughter.
No, you shouldn't. You should not be able to marry your stepdaughter. That's a good law. I'm with you. We should pass that law.
That should be voted on day one.
Fuck Woody Allen.
Hollywood.
But yeah, so Worf takes the big planet control TV remote, right? And he makes it so that it will rain on this planet. Because if it's raining,
it's gonna rain on there.
Yeah, because if it's raining, nobody will fuck in the rain. Apparently.
Yeah, it's just unethical.
Yeah, no one on Earth has ever wanted to fuck.
Everybody's so old, it's a major slipping.
But they come there to be fucked to death. So
that's true. But you want to be fucked to death. You don't want to trip and break your neck on the way.
But yeah, so they also have buildings on this planet. Nobody will fuck inside. And so Worf does this. Yeah, I guess you're not allowed to fuck in the bedrooms that they show. But yeah, so Worf does this, and everybody's like so sad because it's raining that nobody will fuck, and they're all sitting around going, oh, maybe the terrorists are right. Maybe we should be focusing on the war and not on the pleasure we came here for. And so Worf's girlfriend...
The terrorists go into like the entire philosophy of this planet with rain?
Yeah. And so Worf's girlfriend is like, oh, I guess I should talk to him, because maybe he was right. And so they have this conversation where she's like asking him like why he's doing this. And he tells her about this time when he was a kid and he killed another kid with a soccer ball.
Like indoor athletic courts and activities and stuff that no one is doing.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's even funnier. I don't know if I realized that details. Why can't you do stuff inside while it's raining? That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Because you want to fuck outside.
You can't have your cock out unless the sun's out, you know? But yeah, so because Worf murdered a child, well, I guess it was an accident, but because Worf accidentally killed a child with a soccer ball when he was a kid, that's why he's joined up with terrorists. Yeah, with a soccer ball. Because he like kicked it so hard that it like blew some kid's head off or something.
That's a powerful soccer ball. I
think it like broke the kid's neck like instantly or some shit.
The soccer ball broke his neck instantly.
Yeah, that's how Worf describes it. I'm actually not making that up.
No, I believe you. I just...
It's also just giving us the reason for why he's always been an asshole. Yes, it is. Because he's guilty over some kid dying because of his soccer ball. But yeah, and then his girlfriend is like, so like, could you make it stop raining? And he's like, okay, I guess. And then he punches out the terrorist bad guy, and then everything's over. Everybody's happy. The two get married.
I love an episode of something where they like develop a problem over the whole episode and they wrap it up in like 2 minutes at the end.
They both had it at the same time, so the kinetic energy transfer.
That's for the soccer ball? Or wait, which part? What's that for again?
Or is that for the people getting fucked to death?
I suppose that would be a lot of kinetic
Oh,
energy.
they headbutted. And Worf's head's so strong. You know, he's the Klingon and he's got all that bumpy shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You guys have a bumpy forehead.
Is that what Klingons just do? They just headbutt all the time? Corbin, if you could fill us in. I mean, I guess that would make sense.
They have their really inconvenient looking swords.
Come on.
Well, yeah, those things become dude.
They only say every time I see their swords, I'm like, is that for like cutting off pieces of like dough in a bakery? Like that couldn't.
What was the question? Do Klingons headbutt a lot?
Yeah, is that like a common activity?
Like goats?
Like mountain goats?
Yeah.
Like a...
If you go to the Klingon planet, every once in a while you just hear slap. You just look over and there's 2 Klingons on the floor. Yeah, it's like their version of Bloody Knuckles. Okay. There you
go. Yeah, that does sound like good. There are good episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Very many episodes of people. Not that I...
You actually have probably seen more of it than I have, to be honest.
Probably.
Because your dad watched it so much.
Or like the finger fillet game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember, I mean, I sat down because I was like, let me try getting... Let's see. This is one of the ones I haven't seen much of. Let me watch it. I made it through almost the whole first season, but I just couldn't do it. I really was struggling to watch it.
I haven't watched it since I was in middle school. Or we just kind of watching it with my dad.
Yeah. I have randomly seen episodes from throughout the various different seasons in no particular order, and most of them suck. There's been like one good one, like one unambiguously good episode. That was it, and that was the one where there were almost no Deep Space Nine regular characters.
It was like the whole cast was like next gen characters, basically.
It was Worf. It was one chick. You have to approach it in the mood for a campy western, like Hyde. You don't want to think much. I mean, that's part of the problem for me is that I always. I
go to all entertainment.
Yeah, I overthink stuff.
Yeah,
like, and you know, it's certainly a flaw sometimes. But
and I mean, it's also, I mean, and that's there's a personal preference there for sure. Like, I like wouldn't blame anybody for wanting mindless entertainment. Either. But I'm like, I'm like watching things specifically just to think the vast majority of the time.
Later seasons, once the war starts, the good thinking stuff. But yeah, it was an episode where it was Worf, one Deep Space Nine character, and then like a bunch of random Klingons who aren't in most of the show. And it was just them on a ship flying around doing war stuff. And like that was actually like well done.
And do you know what season that was from?
I don't. I'm sure I could find the episode for you if you really wanted me to, but
I was just curious. You can't shoot me through the wall, you dumb fucking Nazis.
You can shoot you through the window. Probably like 5 or 6, I guess.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was one where General Martok featured prominently in it. If you know who that is, no, I'm sure you do. Probably know who he is better than I do. It was like the one where he gets his offer back.
Did you just say stop right there and then continue to go downstairs?
He's going back.
He's coming back.
I like that he was kind of like, wait a minute. What was that?
He threw his cane.
Like season 4's Rules of Engagement? Maybe. I don't know the name of the episode off the top of my head. But, yeah, I'll take your word for it. Why are they just throwing sticks at you?
Those are supposed to be weapons that they...
I could believe the Italian.
God damn it. These fat assholes get like one hit.
That's what video games teach us. Fat equals strong.
Okay, so how do I get up here without getting noticed then? Can I fucking knock you out?
I mean, to be fair, he's got more of a dad bod than your fat.
Get moving, friend.
No, you get out of here. No more other weapons just like lying around anywhere. Smack this guy out with.
Yeah, I mean, even good Star Trek is always just a complete crapshoot of like, is it going to be tolerable or not? Because sometimes it's good. Sometimes
well, certainly when you have
bad.
guest writers, I mean,
sometimes it's code of honor.
Well, it's just they're code of honor is certainly the extreme side of.
That's about as bad.
Bad Trek. That's got to be the worst Trek. That's got to be
it's
the
up there for
worst
sure.
one, like, ever. I mean, is there any that is worse than that?
I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but I'm not ruling out the possibility of like something from Enterprise being on that level.
That's a good point because I haven't seen all of Enterprise. Just Enterprise could have something like
that. That's close enough.
Because it is one thing when Star Trek is just campy and dumb, like just some holodeck romance episode or something. It is another entirely when you have like an outright white supremacist trying to dump his viewpoint on the audience.
I do kind of hate all of the holodeck episodes.
I do too. I think the holodeck is one of the biggest mistakes Star Trek ever made. Terrible.
Every time they like spend an episode in like a fucking Shakespeare world of Next Gen, I'm like, nope, skip it. I don't fucking
every
care.
time I've ever seen Data put on his fucking Sherlock Holmes hat, I'm like, that's it.
I don't like this. And that's Next Gen, which I do like ultimately as a series. I do like Next Gen, but every time they do that, I'm like, out. No more of this.
What about Dixon Hill?
Dixon Hill. Which I mean, it's a holodeck episode. Which one?
Wasn't that one of the detective ones?
You're reaching. You better be hiding.
I mean, I kind of get why they do it so that they're Picard 40. Yeah, no, I didn't like those either.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one either.
I know why they did it, so that there'd be more variation in like plot types and shit like that. It's just that all the plots they did sucked.
Yeah, I don't think there's one holodeck episode I like.
Well, actually, there is one you like. It's the one where Captain Janeway is the Spider Queen.
No, you shut your dirty whore mouth.
You know about that, right, Alex?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Spider Queen.
No, fuck off. You fuck right off.
Come on, Sage. Isn't your dream like a picket fence?
God damn it.
The monster of Crete.
2.5. I think it's more like 200.5. Is that something you like about spiders? That when they reproduce, they have quite a few of them at once? Do you feel like your lineage is being passed down, even though you don't want anything to do with it?
No. I just don't like spiders.
Is the reason that you mistreat your spider children?
God damn it, now we're on this shit.
Is it like a kind of like weird evolution thing where you're hoping that the fittest of your spider children will be the only survivors?
No.
Spider kids on the birthday.
I don't have any goddamn spider kids.
That would be like 400 calls on one day. Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
Make like a mass.
No, I don't have a favorite.
Do you at least send out like a mass text?
There's just a fucking group chat with like 12,000 members somewhere.
God damn it.
And they're all sitting around going, oh, when's Daddy going to say something?
Daddy, coming home with the milk?
Father Ricci? It's me.
Oh, please come in.
Hey, how about that new big popular hit streaming game, Gnome Burglar?
Oh yeah, that was the thing, wasn't it?
That's like a big streaming game right now, Alex. That's like going to be one of the like
Where are
pop
we
culture
streaming it?
like moments of 2026.
Yeah, why aren't we streaming it?
We should stream. Yeah, we should play that, dude.
But this channel needs to stream it.
Yeah,
Live. You have to
it's a major Gnome game, dude. Like, come on.
It's in the name, dude.
Dude, they need to go.
We might be the only channel on Twitch that has Gnome in the title
that hasn't
isn't
also streaming that game.
And the helmet?
I found this.
It's like that's a pretty big missed opportunity.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think our viewers are disappointed.
Yeah, I don't think they're happy with us, dude.
There used to be 3 pieces that assembled into a
I mean, we
single
didn't make the game.
No,
No Name sent me that first. Actually, No Name is the reason I know about that.
It pisses me off
Read the
that,
secret message
of
written.
course, it's super popular.
Yes,
For whatever reason, everybody's fucking obsessed with Gnome.
that's true.
Cult. I mean, we do say
yeah.
you do say it's a sign of like cultural decay, and as the Epstein files are coming
Here's the
out,
question:
gnomes
Are there
at their heights? So I
are
don't
there
know.
gnomes in the Epstein file?
Are there? I haven't seen any gnomes in the Epstein files. And there will be gnomes in the Alex files.
Two more very
But what if that
Yeah,
means that?
because there will be a fucking
Some
inventory
golden
of the things they
black
take from my
notebook.
house, and it'll say weird shit like gnome bath bomb.
Assuming that they realize it's a bath bomb,
Yeah,
not a butt plug.
because we gave it to you because it looked like a
I
butt.
know you fucking asshole.
It's a no butt bomb.
Have you used it yet?
No. None of that. I haven't seen it in years.
We know you like to keep it all in the closet. It's okay.
I thought you got rid of a lot of it.
Did you?
See.
Yeah, I know you brought the whistling one to like a white
I've
guy.
white
Ones of the gates.
Oh,
Greek
Jesus.
river gods.
That's as far as I got. But there are
You still have those cards I gave you, though.
I do.
Those Magic the Gathering gnomes, gnome cards.
The river of
Have
purification.
you seen when Cisco met Q? Oh, yeah, he punches him in the face.
Yeah,
I like that moment.
That did make me respect
More
Cisco
people
as a
need
captain.
more people need to punch Q in the face.
I'm with that because Ulysses in particular really hates Q.
Oh, I can't stand him.
I don't hate him as much as you do, but I don't love Q as a character either. But you really don't like Q.
Like, as an example, I think that episode where they introduce the Borg is really, really good, except for the fact that they have to use Q as the fucking narrative springboard for all.
Nutcracker?
No. If you Google gnomes Epstein files, it just pulls up stuff with gnome Johnson.
Well, that's I mean that I am not too surprised
Yeah,
about.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, gnome Johnson. Gnome Johnson was pretty tight.
Oh yeah,
Lots of weird shit. See, Deepak Chopra, who I always thought was a fraud anyway, but my God, for you to be like, I'm a spiritual
fella.
guru, and just be talking about, like, oh, how's the puss? Like, my God, dude, come on. Or you see this, like, famous health guru or whatever that's been, I can't remember what his name's been getting big. Dude,
I don't know if I saw that one.
he was saying nasty as shit to Epstein, who just gross.
Jeez.
I don't know. CBS just hired him. It was one of their big splash. So I hope they fire him. Like,
CBS is like, I mean, Barry Weiss is fucking in charge of CBS,
Yeah.
dude. Barry Weiss's girlfriend is like all over the fucking Epstein files. Like someone directly, like as a pawn of Epstein, is like owns and runs like CBS now as its primary editor. So,
I mean, all the media companies probably have that.
but that's probably true. But we know for a fact,
Yes.
like the direct, exactly what the specific connection is.
The Cloaca Maxim,
That's right.
the biggest one of them all.
That would actually be a pretty funny like bar or something.
It's the Cloaca Maxim. Yes.
Because they're dinosaurs, they would.
I like
I don't know.
that. Yeah,
it
no,
would
that's-
come up somewhere.
Yeah. How have we not done that? That's perfect.
What's that garum recipe sound like? Throw a fistful of sardines in a jar and leave them in the sun for 3 months?
That should be something that they're forced to eat later.
No, that is literally how you. It's basically garum was Roman fish sauce.
Yes.
Yeah, so you literally leave it in the sun for a couple of
He's just saying that we should have characters in the book be like forced to eat that as like some of their only remaining food somewhere in the apocalypse.
They have mentioned canned fish a few times.
That's true. We should probably, that might be a slight rewrite for chapter 2 of the second book, because they're looking at the food in that gas station.
That would be an amazing thing, just to have in a gas station, actually. Well, this is how the books got wrote, basically.
Yeah, that is how we came up with everything in the book is us having these types of conversations.
Yeah, now everybody's seen the process.
And here's the thing. No name. I don't know how much you want to be there for it, because we'd love to include you for all of it if we're up for it and we can find the time. But once we get done with the first 4 books and we're going into the 5th book, we need to watch every bad episode of Star Trek we can.
Oh yeah.
For inspiration, because I legitimately, once we get to book 5, I'm not even going to say what the new element is, because we'll ways off. But we want that, like, when we jump to this other thing in book 5, to be the Austin Powers of Star Trek. And I think that means we have to watch all of Star Trek, basically.
It's going to be the most anybody has ever parodied Star Trek since Galaxy Quest.
That Galaxy Quest is kind of the big thing. Yeah, I do love it. Galaxy Quest is awesome. But yeah, we want, like, that level of but that means we have to know it intimately well.
Yes.
And I don't know it as intimately well as you need to for that.
Hell yeah, we'll marathon the bad ones.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
No, it's going to be... We're going to have to watch all of it. Mm-hmm.
I think Corbin might enjoy that book in particular.
Oh, I think so. But once we get to that, especially if we really dig in and, fucking know it so well, like we can parody it on that level. Hell yeah. Yeah. So am I going? Oh, that's it. Well, it's fine. There might be something. Can't wait. There's so much fodder for parody.
Oh yeah.
We should honestly tell you more about it too off stream.
Yeah.
Just like some of the stuff.
We already come up with some of it.
Yeah, we have even for what is currently 4 books away, we have a pretty detailed sort of outline and plan of what that book is going to be like.
Yeah.
Not as intimately as we have planned out 2 and 3 and 4, but we do have a lot there. I like how you just kind of stood there.
He threw the sledgehammer. That is not the smartest use of a sledgehammer.
It is not. That is a terrible use. I'll smack you on the ass one time for that and fuck up. Okay.
Empress. Bet they're full of wine. A lot of pieces missing from this mural. A story of winemaking. That shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Looks like this fella is picking grapes.
That's how we start.
Well, so just gonna grab them all and shove them up there, and then we can kind of rearrange them
grapes,
after.
I guess.
A second.
Well,
probably. We'll see what else.
Let's try this. Grapes.
Let's see how many.
Okay, so you just put the grapes. All right, I get it.
Okay, so that's the first one.
Yeah.
I guess I'll grab them all. Yeah, those 2 are static. Okay, so grow should be first.
I assume.
Harvest should be second. Oh, but then I also remember it being like, it's not like...
Are we missing one? Oh, okay.
I think it's in like a weird order too, where it's like, I think.
Oh, is it because the tree is arranged in a certain way?
Grapevine.
Yeah, so like, I think that one technically is the first spot.
Okay.
So then that should be the second spot.
All right, it's going to coordinate to what branch stems off from the trunk.
I think so. So then the process should be, the harvest should be here.
Let's
The
try
process
this.
should be down here. Then, no? Oh. No, wait. No, I think that's right. But this one might need to go here. That one there.
What about this?
No, it's still not quite right.
What's supposed to be
Well,
the order that the steps go in? Or?
Kind of, but it's also in like a descending pattern instead of starting from like left to right, I think, too.
you sure it's not based on like the branches of the tree or anything?
Maybe that is what it is.
Did plant be before grow?
Well, I think it is because it's at the top, but I could switch them and see if maybe I do have them in the wrong spot.
Well, what are you thinking, from left to right then? Or what?
It's like left to right, but also top down at the same time. Like, let me find the because I've done this before. Let me find the diagram for it.
I mean, if you already know.
UI was just pretty precise because you had it right.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Oh, was it right? Well, let me pull up the diagram for it and just we can just double check that I'm thinking about this correctly. Let's see here.
Time to cheat. Because we're pro gamers.
I will never claim to be a pro gamer.
You should really just consider hiring a Chinese guy to play this while you just sit here and make comments.
Okay, so it is. Okay, let me just take everything. Okay, so that one is okay. So that one is right, and it is. So it is the you were correct. You were correct.
Okay.
So it does go. So that's one,
Right.
and then that splits, and that branch goes up here. So that's two.
Gotcha.
And then that's the third one. So that's harvest.
Yeah.
And then
mural tells
this
a
one is
story.
4.
Wouldn't it be the other one?
So that one's. Or it should be. Oh, stop. But there you go. Wait, did I get that
Flip
next
those
one?
two. Try flipping them.
Oh. Yeah, I know you're right. Oh, God damn it. Stop.
Looks about right.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
So yeah, it's where the branches come out.
Cool.
Now let's see what's in there.
The hell did we pick up?
So sickle symbol of versus the 5th Mithrite grade of age.
We shank people with that?
I wish. You can't use the artifacts for that, for like
It looks sharp.
violence, unfortunately. Yeah, you had that right the first time. Oh, get out of the water. Straight forward. But yeah, no, we basically have to become Star Trek experts to write the story that we want to write. The only reason we haven't done it yet is because it's a few books away.
Yeah,
But-
it's not like a current thing that we have to race for.
But I tell you, if we ever make enough money off the books that we can kind of dedicate full time to them, our work days will be 8 hours of watching Star Trek. That will literally, and sometimes that will be hard.
Yeah,
Sometimes it'll be legitimately difficult.
especially Enterprise. I'll light a candle for your sanity when you start Enterprise.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to watch every episode of Enterprise.
Yeah, and we tried watching that, and it was intolerable.
Yeah, we got kind of burnt out pretty quickly.
I think it was on the second episode.
God, was it only the second episode?
Yeah, because that was when Dr. Phlox was being freed.
Oh God, right. Can I watch you have sex and smell the underwear from your locker?
That's
That's literally what that character is like.
Yeah. That is how an episode starts. He's sitting in the cafeteria, like, talking to the rest of the crew about how he wants to snoop on some chick while she has sex. And they're just like, ha, that's our doctor.
I mean, he comes and sits down with the other characters, and he's like, "Do you think they'd let me do this?"
Yeah. How do I try this? Ow.
Somehow he's less creepy than Neelix.
Neelix is fucking
weird. Neelix is also pretty fucking weird.
That was the dude who marries like a 2-year-old or something.
Yeah.
But it's different, you see, because on her planet...
I guess Phlox did ask if they think they'd invite him in comparison.
Yeah. But you see, because on this planet, people only live 10 years or something. So when someone is 2, they're actually 20. That was the logic, I think.
Did they age that way, though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
That was strange.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And it didn't help that you have an actress who looks very young. I mean, it's an adult actress, but...
Right.
And then you have a middle-aged actor as Neelix.
Especially, in the age we live in now and everything we've been learning. I feel like we should really make that stuff just like...
She's portrayed very childlike. Yes, she is.
Yeah. We should really just straight up, outlaw doing stuff like that in fucking any stories.
It's getting fucking weird.
Especially just because of what we've learned.
Yeah. I mean,
how many...
There needs to be a tightening of people's attitudes about that kind of shit, because I think the insane cults we have now have been taking advantage of that to get away with stuff. Not saying we all have to become fucking, religious prudes or something.
No, and we definitely don't, but...
There needs to be a bit more of a sane balance.
Just simmer down now, will ya?
The problem, too, is, you have, the conservatives who pretend to care about that, and then they just use people, they just use that as an excuse to then, censor art in general.
Yes.
So then there's this, dangerous game of, the people who are yeah, we should put some limits on these things. Then they want to put limits on everything.
The actress who played Sandy in...
Oh, SLC Punk in a vastly different role. Yeah. God, I didn't even realize that was the same person. That's a very good movie. SLC Punk. That's one of Matthew Lillard's best acting performances.
No worries. Just stay rested obese.
They're just who the fuck are you? Yeah, they come check me out anyway.
All right, here we go.
Anybody else?
Double.
Oh, you're all done?
There we go.
Hell, I can think of better places to get lost.
Yeah, so it's the trouble with then wanting to be hey, there are some things we should not allow, because then people that want to send... Yeah, other people will seize on that to, censor, fucking anything.
And then often you have people who will do that just so that they can conceal that they do the same shit.
I did not see the sequel. I don't think you guys have seen the original either, but I have not seen the sequel. I would be curious to see the sequel. What about you? Did you see the sequel, November?
Hell of a drop.
Sliding down the shit.
Just into the fucking water.
That's good.
Anything else in here? Pretty sure I watched it, but it was really high.
Okay.
That's great.
Neelix would not have been such a bad character if you took that out, and also if you made him less racist, because he treated Vulcans like shit for some reason.
That is weird.
Yeah. Well, now you're in the suit.
Yeah, but I'm alive and they're fucking dead.
Drowning in sewage, man. That's one way to go.
There's some characters almost do that in our prologue.
That's true.
Of our book. I know. I don't know No Name. I don't know how far you've gotten, but I know No Name read that part at the beginning for sure.
It's a hell of a way to open a book.
It is a hell of a way.
Hey, I mean, it works for...
we put the grossest thing we could think of at the opening base.
I like to think we did it classier than Night of Seven Kingdoms did.
Yeah, I think that's true.
What happened to you?
Che gli hai fatto?
Easy there, pal.
Dove sei, Godardo?
And Ambrose, while you're in the middle of talking. Oh, you said Neelix would be better if he took that part out.
If he wasn't married to a 2-year-old who was fucking weird and gross, and if he was also like less racist, because he was always like shitting on fucking Tupac and stuff. So what the hell? All right, so we got a crazy cult.
Hai visto nessun altro?
No, solo questi due.
È svenuto. Che cosa diamine ci fanno qui? Le camicie nere ci stanno addosso.
Parlavano di un ladro di barche. Forse è questo che stanno cercando.
Speriamo. Forza, non perdiamoci in chiacchiere.
Per Mitra.
Per Mitra.
Interesting.
So we got a whole other group of people beyond the actual like.
Oh yeah, not just Tuvok with all. Yes.
Oh yeah. No, it was totally.
It was just straight up anti-Vulcan. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to more of this weird Vulcan business.
Yeah.
Proto. That's what came first.
It's true. Well, Horus before that.
Open that. 2 shortcuts open there. Now go backwards and forwards through that whole area. Problem.
And of course, there is that dinosaur episode of Voyager.
There's.
We got to incorporate that.
We have to reference that in some way.
That one's great. Yeah, this cannonball into sewage. Sewage Cannonball is my new band.
Sewage Cannonball is a great band name.
Stop What the Fuck episode for me will always be Tom Paris, Janeway Duvall, Spawn Children, and that would be a complete...
different evolutionary cycle on a planet not prepared for this.
Yeah. Well,
Well, aren't they evolving, though? Not evolving?
Yeah, because that episode argues that the end point of human evolution, the ultimate human form, is a lizard.
So humans will always become lizards.
Yeah. That was literally what that episode was about.
That is crazy.
And you become a lizard because you go too fast.
And so going fast is also evolution?
Well, does that mean Sonic the Hedgehog will eventually become a lizard?
Damn. I don't know.
Sonic the Lizard doesn't have the same ring to it.
It doesn't have the same ring. I don't think that would be nearly as successful of a brand. Sonic the Lizard.
I always thought they were devolving. That's fucking well. They actually straight up explain through long-winded technobabble that is he is evolving, that he is becoming the ultimate form, the apex of humanity. In tens of thousands or millions of years, I forget what date they said exactly, all humans will eventually become lizards.
It is way more ridiculous.
And I love that this ultimate form of human evolution is just a lizard. It doesn't do anything.
It's not like a special lizard or like a super intelligent lizard.
No,
it just is a lizard.
Yeah, they just walk up to it and they shoot it. And that's it. It's done. Like, I'm not really sure how it's better than an average person at anything. I don't remember if it was Tuvok or if it was the Doctor, but it was a whole thing.
Gladiator scene. Looks like a maze.
Yes.
And they do just leave the babies behind, too.
Yeah, they don't really do anything with them. Just kind of let them go.
Yeah.
Another cool puzzle here.
Either way, not even technically.
No head and no sword in hand.
Yeah, I think the puzzles in this are actually legitimately good, genuinely cool. This one can be a little tricky.
You think Janeway redacted that report? Yes, she did. I still want there to be a Star Trek episode where, like, this weird race of lizards show up, and they're like, hey, so, we're Federation citizens, right?
That would be so funny. Now that's someone coming back for child support.
It's adorned with bears. Blade of a sword. A big one. This gladiator seemed to like tigers.
So that is 4. That was 3.
Starfleet Academy can do it with the 800-year time jump. There you go.
Really? Does that show have an 800-year time jump?
Yeah, because the Federation blew up or something. So this takes place 800 years after that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is
That's why there's that jock, like, war college that is, like, bullying the Federation
Nice
Academy.
war you got there.
That is crazy.
You know about that,
This
right?
shield has a lion on it.
Star Trek is now like a high school drama where there's like an entire jock college.
I've seen this.
Time jump happened during Discovery.
That's when I stopped watching Discovery, actually.
I missed out, apparently.
I got into the 3rd season, and then Stacey Abrams showed up as the president of all humanity, and I was like, I'm good.
Well, you know what's funny is in that very show's canon, then that means that Stacey Abrams fucked up horribly, right? Because like
That's actually really funny.
They have to go back in time to prevent the Earth from becoming like a fascist nightmare state. So, right, that's what happens in Picard. So, what was Stacey Abrams doing in 2025 in the Star Trek universe?
Oh no, this was in Discovery in the year like when they jump ahead in time.
Wait, so Stacey Abrams is the president of the future?
Well, she's not playing herself. She's playing like a character.
Okay,
that's
I
the
misunderstood.
president. Yeah.
I think
That's if she had just cameoed as herself, that would have been one thing. But she's literally like the leader of all humanity in like the timeline future they jumped to in season 3 of Discovery.
That is kind of cringe.
It's super cringe. So I have to remember exactly what order, but you have to sort of you do that, and then you guide with these pieces, and you have to get this thing to go through it in all 4 of these, but in the right order.
Gotcha.
Yep. It's a big old hot ball. Alright, so I just have to remember... I'm letting this first one kind of go on purpose. I just have to remember what the fucking exact order of this is here. So...
Yeah, I never watched much of Discovery, so I can't really comment on it.
I actually liked the first 2 seasons of it, to be honest. I thought it started... I mean, I don't think it's, like, amazing. I think it's got its problems. I didn't need to see any Klingon titties.
Somebody did, though.
Somebody wanted to.
Do you want to see Klingon titties? You don't want to watch Star Trek Klingon titties?
So number 1 is
the whole alien porn parody whatever thing never sounded cool to me at all. Why would I want that in like my regular entertainment?
Well, don't forget that was Gene Roddenberry's original vision for Star Trek.
He was a horn dog.
Him and his wife.
So Bohr is number 2.
It's always dangerous when like a perverted dude finds the right one.
I can't tell what that is.
Didn't they say Tiger or something?
Tiger is number 3.
Oh, okay.
I'm having a hard time finding.
Well, if you know the other 3, we can guess what that one is.
That's true. Let me climb back down here. Okay.
I think that one looks confusing because there's so much pain.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Let me see. There's shield symbols here. That's bear. That's tiger. So that one's 3. And then that's okay. So 1 lion, 2 is boar, 3 is tiger, and then 4 is the bears. Okay. So we need to have this.
Yeah, we were going to see a lot of Ferengi titties in the original series if he had his way.
And then that one, so we really... and once it goes through here, we take it again, and do that. Then it's going to go through here.
God.
And we want to guide
Gene
it backwards.
Howard the Duck. That would be a nightmare.
Okay.
Well, imagine what George Lucas could together.
Oh, God, I'm glad that never happened. We would have seen Gungan titties.
Oh, no.
They would have been flopping as much as their ears.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it would have been Fat Jar Jar, too.
What's that titty so flat?
Is Kirk Gene Roddenberry's self-insert? I wouldn't be surprised.
I definitely think that's the case. Yeah, I think so. Gene Roddenberry wanted Star Trek to be way more horny than it even was allowed to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was obsessed for decades about making a story about an android who fucks a woman. And then
He finally got to with Data.
And it was literally the second episode.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
And he wanted Counselor Troy to have 4 boobs.
Yeah, like the Chicken Total Recall.
Exactly. That would have been one more.
Yeah, no, it would have been even more.
He's like, but we'll have one more poop.
Okay. So this one's going to go through here. Then this is going to need to go like this.
How do you?
And that's going to do that.
How do you place all of that without it just being looking like?
I don't know.
I'm guessing it'd be like
looking like pastoral, dude. Like, Total Recall, I don't know. Do you put 4 of them next to each other?
I assume it's like they're like arranged in racks. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 on top, 2 a little lower. But how the hell did that virus affect Data?
Because it was convenient for the story.
Okay, so that's coming.
That's usually the answer.
This way. That's gonna go. What coffin? So that's gonna come all the way through here. That's gonna come out this way. And I think that's it. I think we did it. It took me a lot longer to get that right the first time.
Yeah.
Guess the ball needs to hit the gladiators in the right order.
Oh, wait, what?
Did you fuck it up?
To that around here.
Oh, fuck, I did the boar before I did the God damn it.
It's always something.
I did fuck it up.
Oh, well.
I know exactly what I did wrong. I think. Should it need? It's 2 here. Okay, so let me just. Alright, let's do that. Let's do this one more time.
Yeah, and then for whatever reason, even when Roddenberry was dead, you had like the slow increase in unnecessary horniness of Star Trek, like all through Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and then it came to a peak with Enterprise.
Now, because I don't know Deep Space Nine as well, I have to ask, Deep Space Nine got more horny as it went on?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they got the Sex Planet episode.
Well, that's true.
It wasn't as horny as like the shit Roddenberry was doing, but you could see how that shit was starting and would eventually transition to what Voyager was doing.
I'm gonna go up here, out here. Put that. Oh, in the right spot. All right.
Then, like, Enterprise felt like it was about nothing but sex.
Enterprise was totally about nothing but sex. I mean, because in Enterprise they don't they don't trust the beaming technology yet because it's like too new for them or whatever. So that's where they spend like 20 minutes of every episode oiling each other up in the airlock.
Yep.
Okay, so what we need to
watch
do?
that, Alex? Sometimes they bring the dog in.
Yeah, I don't think it.
Okay.
I'm not sure that sounds like something.
So this is
Well, they had to bring the dog in there to lube it up so they could piss all the way around. That's a 2-parter.
Because remember, then he's like, well, I'll do this alien blackface, and that'll make them be okay with the fact that my dog pissed on their artifacts.
And it took him 2 episodes to get to that point after sitting around going, fuck those aliens, I'm going to go down and pee on their artifacts myself. They don't let my dog do it.
Enterprise is crazy. even just like not having seen that much of it ultimately, but just knowing it like a little bit. And remember the part
to be
2.
A consummate diplomat.
Yeah, remember the part 2 of that same set of episodes is where they all get fucked by that bukkake monster and have to recite facts about water polo to like get away from it.
Yeah.
Because the bukkake monster psychically links them while it's fucking them, so they all know the same amount about water polo at the same time.
They eventually take it back to its cum-covered homeworld.
Yeah.
Enterprise is Scott Bakula.
Yes, it is.
That's the one where it opens with the fantastic
Like the
intro
stupid fucking like Pinta Maria. Like,
yes.
Fucking, oh my god. It's like the opening to like an educational video.
But with fucking Faith of the Heart flying.
To be honest, to me it felt like it was trying to imitate the opening credit sequence of like Smallville.
I don't know, the visuals gave me like film novel.
I'm telling you, if you swapped the music out for that "Somebody Save Me" song, it would seem like the same thing.
Yeah, I do like that. Some of the Emperor for you.
You have like a carrot spray paint in this thing?
It's another part of that cylinder.
Oh, okay.
That would have been hilarious. The statue arm moves, the spray paints, Nero was here on the wall. Oh, you got a friend. Is he just shaking
Keep
this
your
biscuit?
distance,
Is it
pal.
moving? Oh, shit.
Fire
Yeah.
or something.
Fortunately, not very good either.
No, they are not. Sweet. Yeah, that puzzle took me so much more time to do the first time around. Mostly because I was like trying to kind of follow the ball as it was moving.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning it ahead as much.
What?
Okay, punch Nazis.
Okay.
That is totally correct. But I'm assuming if Buenos Dias is good day in Spanish, Buen Dia probably good day.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's, I mean, certainly they're not the same, but there's a lot of crossover. Well, and they're both so closely descended from that.
Pre-trial Duolingo.
Was that right? You say good day to punch Nazis?
Yes, I think you're right. Wasn't there like a weird like publicity stunt from Duolingo like a while back about that little owl building stuff?
What?
You didn't know that?
I'm sorry. What owl?
So Duolingo has a little green owl as the mascot, right?
Okay, I didn't even know
What are
that.
your thoughts on the halftime show?
I didn't watch it.
You're not American.
I made money on this.
Yeah, you bet on it.
You're slightly.
No, I didn't bet on it. I made money selling.
Oh, selling
chips,
tortillas, yeah.
Chips to people who were watching it. I don't give a fuck about the Pats or the Seahawks. They're like two of the teams the furthest possible.
But do you give a fuck about Bad Bunny or Kid Rock?
No, I didn't watch. I didn't watch the retarded TPS USA halftime show either.
Kid Rock is another name for Epstein's Island.
What a surprise! The guy.
Well, I mean, not literally. I'm making that up right now, but like, I mean, come on.
I don't know. I mean, like, what are people gonna get? I did see people. Some of the people in the stadium just looked confused because they probably didn't know what the halftime show was, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know what he's saying," but whatever. Like, I don't know. People can do whatever they want.
They just ruining the reputation of Kid Rock.
I don't think I think he's ruined.
What reputation?
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, what reputation does he even have?
But yeah, so
I didn't think it was. I did see some of the footage. I thought it was kind of weird where they were all dressed up like torches.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's
They
going
were
on
like
with that,
walking grass.
but I don't follow modern.
I did see that Kid Rock was lip syncing really, really off to his own music.
I didn't
Yes, I
see
did.
anything
Well, he was
from
also
the
just-
TPUSA thing.
He was
I
also
did
just kind of
hear-
doing
I did
nonsense,
hear
too.
There was also like 10 people in the crowd, and that was it. Oh, I also saw that they had a bunch of bots viewing it, so
That's fine.
like they tried to
Inflate
inflate
numbers,
the
yeah.
they tried to inflate how many people were watching it.
That's state-run media for you.
I don't know. I liked when Kendrick did the halftime show. I don't listen to Bad Bunny, so you need to tune in for it.
I didn't even know who Bad Bunny was until he announced he was doing halftime.
I've heard a lot of Bad Bunny's music because I've worked in restaurants with like exclusively like Latino dudes, and I mean,
I'm aware.
they're
I
always
was
listening to
aware
him.
of that.
How many bits for y'all to react to Kid Rock show?
My reaction's going to be blowing my brains out on camera. That's going to be my reaction.
You'll be like the Duolingo album.
But I only like. I don't care about. I liked last year's because it had people I liked. That I can't remember the last halftime show I cared about before.
Maybe I'd tune in if like Wet Ass Pussy was like the halftime show or something.
Halftime show, if I even bother to watch
And then the
it,
TPUSA version would be Ben Shapiro's cover of Wet Ass Pussy.
Now that is a
Bring
good
a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P word.
Yes, that needs to happen.
when I watch the Super Bowl, the halftime show is usually when I go get food.
Yeah, you're there for the football. You don't really.
Bad Bunny is pretty huge. I know he's a big deal, but
he's huge in Latin. And people listen to him.
yeah, he's mostly popular among young people, and I'm not young.
I'm just as far as
Hey, we're not young anymore.
I'm elderly.
as
so.
far as music goes, I'm just like much more of a person who likes like the lyrics. Lyrics are important to me, so I don't listen to a lot of music.
Right, you don't care about the beat as much as you care about the lyrics. I have no idea. I don't know what
Isn't
that
that
is.
a monster from Morrowind? Like, what the fuck is Gwar?
Gwar is like a Finnish heavy metal band where they dress up.
Okay, well, you're kind of selling me
Yeah,
on it,
okay. What do
actually.
they dress up as?
Finnish heavy metal bands?
Like bestial creatures and skeletons and shit.
Okay, I'm in.
I'm interested.
Yeah, no, I'm
That's
in.
a weird act to book for.
I mean, I keep saying they should do Ghost and really piss off the right-wing conservatives by having like a full-blown Satanist church performance.
They'll be mad about Gwar.
Yes, they
They'll be
will.
upset about it.
You see, you say Finnish heavy metal, I'm like, oh shit, so something like the old gods of Asgard.
Yeah.
Is it?
I like a lot of music if it's in other languages, but I usually like to also know what the lyrics actually are.
Yeah, I do like other language music, but I need to have like subtitles so I can like really.
They sure finish and remind them.
That's exactly what happens.
I heard Finnish metal, and I was like, oh, I like it. Because, I mean, for whatever reason, Scandinavia has a lot of it.
Yeah, well, the Norwegians and their black metal. Finnish.
They do also have a lot of, like, the really dumb, like, screamo metal where you can't tell what anyone's saying.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Kinda
Yeah.
is-
Yeah.
I don't.
Thrash metal. Well,
Yeah, I don't like that
Yeah.
I
stuff.
don't listen to it at all, but yeah, I do find the versions where it's just like things.
bunch of people in Finland have to be
Uh,
Russia
la-
for one thing.
Well, there's Russia, and then also the general kind of lack of sunlight they experience.
That's true. It's a very depressing place.
It's a lot of yeah.
Alcoholism. They're also just like genuinely a pretty dour, like culturally
It's just what happens when you live in the Arctic.
Like even the rest of Scandinavia thinks that their sense of humor is pretty dark and miserable.
Yeah.
I showed you what's considered one of the funniest things that's ever happened.
I know exactly what you're talking
about. Megadeth for next
and
year.
it's just that guy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
That's considered one of the funniest things that has ever happened in all of Scandinavian television. This guy just slowly walking up and like mafia style executing a cow in a field.
And that's like the funniest
That's
joke in the
considered
world.
one of the funniest thing that's ever happened in the history of Scandinavian entertainment.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, you know, I feel like if you have people from the Arctic Circle, they're probably always going to have humor like that. But then you look at like people from equatorial cultures, Italy, Latin America. It's all like peppy and happy, and people dancing and stuff.
It is.
Where is the goddamn
rewind like 500 years?
Well,
I don't know. They had a lot of festivals and shit. I mean,
yeah, but they were ripping hearts out and kicking them down the pyramids.
Oh, sure, but I mean, everybody was doing that. I mean, what were the fucking Finns doing 500 years ago?
Yeah, but I mean, equatorial cultures and it has mythological roots and stuff like that. But equatorial cultures are just more likely to be interested in sacrifice because they had more of a view of like the life cycle of death and decay and sacrifice.
well, I'll say this: if you never see the sun, then you'd never think of sacrificing someone to it.
I will point out one thing, though, which is that a lot of those cultures got a bit of a late start compared to like Europe and Asia and Africa. Yeah. And if you go back far enough, you see that pretty much all cultures have that phase.
That's true. You can't really say they got a late start though, because
someone has
she for sure could.
Someone asked
I think you could
name all the countries.
Yes,
you can.
Do you want me to?
I couldn't do
that. I need a map to do the Caribbean. I can do everything on the continent if you want me to.
But yeah, you're saying.
Just the cultures in like the Andean cultures are way older than people give them credit. There are whole cultures before the Incas that were quite advanced.
Oh, sure.
Pretend didn't exist. Like the Mapuches were doing some pretty impressive stuff, dating back to the times of like ancient Greece and Rome.
Yeah. Were they also doing the human sacrifice stuff?
Yeah, that's kind of always been messed up. I mean, it's kind of is what it is. I mean, like we had our and at the time of the Romans and stuff, it's a fair point. Like I mean, Carthage was a sacrifice. Like the Phoenicians were.
Everything we've learned recently proves that so is the United States right now.
That's true. Yeah. That's a good point.
We're all about it right now.
So it might not even be that it's has to do with any time period or any given chunk of humanity. It's just that everybody does it.
I just seem to fucking get into it.
I'd do it for free, but I'd say.
Oh shit! I don't know.
Say just your opportunity to monetize it.
$10,000. I'm kidding. Shit, I don't know. 25 biddies.
All right, but
it's 25 cents.
I'm not doing the Caribbean. If I can't see the islands on the map, I won't remember to do it. There's a lot of
Is that cheating if you can't do that too?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I mean, I'll try. I will probably forget some.
No, I
25 biddies for the attempt.
All right, I'll go north-south. Canada, the U.S., Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, Belize, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Chile, Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil, Suriname, Guyana, Venezuela. I think I missed Bolivia, and Colombia. I said Colombia. That should be everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
You always were good at geography.
Yeah,
Just Grenada.
Grenada's an island in the Caribbean. Do you want me to try to do the Caribbean?
Oh, well, yeah, if it's an island in the Caribbean.
I said I wasn't. I can do the Caribbean. Okay. Cuba, Jamaica, the Bahamas, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados.
Oh, a resilient tree.
Yeah, St. Lucia.
Interesting curio.
You say Greenland?
Greenland's a part of Denmark.
It's gotta be part of Denmark.
Yes. Greenland, I mean, I don't know. Greenland is a country the way Scotland's a country, right?
Yeah.
Like it's considered like a country within it.
Oh shit, 100 biddies. Well, thank you. I didn't even say that much.
Thank you.
That's very kind of you.
I probably did miss a Caribbean. That I will do like online quizzes, and there will be like either one Polynesian or one Caribbean island.
Ibrahim, a nameless crusader. That's a cylinder piece he's holding.
So he's got the last piece. This is puzzle we have to do here. We'll fuck around with this puzzle, but we might not even finish it today because we're getting close to our cut time here.
How much more of this DLC do we got?
I'd say enough for us to have one more stream next week, even though maybe it's slightly a shorter one, but
okay.
Well, it's enough to have one.
Interesting. I'm headed to Colombia next year. Ooh, nice.
Oh, yeah?
What you gonna do in Colombia? Watch out for the cartels. Watch out for the cartel hippos.
Cartel hippos are dangerous.
The story of a nameless crusader starts here.
But now Colombia looks cool.
There are a lot of parts of Latin America I would like to visit, but it's just such a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
What's this?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously there are safe parts, and then there are not so safe parts.
Thinking of going to Cuba?
I don't know if that's a good idea right now.
Cuba when I went was in rough shape, and that was 2016.
Well, that's when we had open relations back then.
Yeah, now we have an open blockade.
With Cuba. Cuba right now could absolutely collapse. It was, I mean, like, the society seemed to be kind of hanging on a thread when I went there. Things were much better than they are now. But it was a cool place. The people are amazing. But you can tell how hard it is to keep that society running.
I always wanted to go to Chichen Itza in Mexico.
Yes. Chichen Itza would definitely... I mean, that's a worthwhile vacation, too, because then you can just stay on, like, an all-inclusive resort. Mm-hmm. You can go home and get shitty on unlimited liquor, and then you take the tourist bus out to Chichen Itza. Mm-hmm. The one thing I will say for Chichen Itza is that thing has... I've only recently learned how extensively that thing has been restored.
Yeah.
Which is cool because it looks more like it would have back then, but, like, I mean, the facade and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be true for a lot of ancient places.
Right. It's kind of like, I'd love to go to Iraq and see the ziggurats, and they look very cool because Saddam restored them and everything, but I might have wanted to see the degradation.
Maybe you guys speak a little bit of Spanish?
Muy pequeño.
Pequito.
Así es.
Como se dice no?
I mean, I've got maybe like a little bit, but it's pretty.
It is. I am not good.
You work with them.
You know, when I was still working in restaurants, it's been a couple of years now. I did know a little bit. You just pick some stuff up just to communicate. But it wasn't. I couldn't like have like a super in-depth conversation. So
I can probably speak and read more Spanish than I can listen to. That's part of the process of hearing and spoken by a native speaker.
Well, they speak so damn fast.
They speak really fast.
Yeah, unless you know it, that's true.
So having a conversation with me limits my Spanish vocabulary, which is already very limited.
Yeah, I mean, I know like how the rules of the language work. I can figure out what a lot of the words mean because they're very similar to what's in English.
Yeah.
So give me enough time, I can figure out what something in Spanish says. It's just that I cannot do that at a speaking/listening level.
I think I could only really learn a foreign language by being totally immersed in it.
Yes.
It's like having no choice.
I know my brain.
You have 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be fucked.
There's gotta be more of these scepters.
I'd be fucked if that was the case.
I've been told that I don't know, hopefully like track and
There's gotta be a way to see what this does.
That carries through. Languages. Zero used to.
Fire.
Not really.
Yeah.
I remember we were all hanging out one time.
Interesting.
I remember we were all hanging out one time, and she asked me to pronounce something, and she was like surprised at how like close I got it, like right away. And she looked at you and was like, "How is he doing this on wind?" I just remember thinking that was funny.
I don't want to get burned.
I mean, it's hard to
Whatever it needs
judge.
to have a thick gun.
I mean, at least you don't sound like you're from far.
Yeah, that
Oh, I shelled out my back doing that driveway there.
Oofda, it's about that time of day for a hot dish. So what's the
Easy.
language?
I always hear Korean's easy because it was designed to be easy from scratch to learn.
I think Korean is easy to learn to pronounce. Like it's
Reading it's going to be a bitch.
Oh, sure.
That question's complicated because it depends on what language you already speak. If you know Chinese, you can learn any language in Asia. You know English, you can learn a lot of English from Europe easily.
Because it's got so much to do with like the shared history of the languages. Because anything descending from Latin is going to make any other language descending from Latin at least relatively easy in comparison.
I think easy is a hard question too, right? Because people say that Japanese is easy in the sense that like your daily vocabulary is very limited, but it's also very complicated in learning all of the structure and all of the syntax and kind of stuff like that with it. So it's like, sure, you might only have to learn 1,000 words to get through everyday life, but you have to learn an entire other structure behind a language that has all sorts of kind of complicated and hard to penetrate rules. Or
like an old game map for strategy game.
or like
Castle of Horus.
Learning some of the Romance languages, sure. The words are very similar, but the verb tense is different, and you're going to have to learn to remember to swap the way you think about adjectives and verbs and nouns and what order they go in a sentence.
I think the hardest languages are the ones where they have a completely different like pronunciation system for what you have. Like when you have like shit that you have to retrain your fucking throat.
Well, I think definitely. Like coming from English and having to learn a very tonal language like Chinese, where the emphasis you put on different syllables changes what the word is in a way that it doesn't in English. Also be very difficult. And languages like Asian languages can also be very pitch dependent.
Slated PR for tax purposes.
I'm sure they did.
That's what everybody does.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude. It's a tax haven at this point. The internal politics of Puerto Rico. You know, one of the reasons they don't want to be a state is for tax purposes, but now they've become...
A lot of people seem to be moving to Mexico.
People from Puerto Rico?
Ted Cruz.
Or...
because it is cheaper.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the Mexicans want them out. They have anti-gringo riots in Mexico City all the time. People are complaining that more and more of the menus are in English. It like basically mirrors.
It's like the exact opposite. Yeah,
it mirrors the way the Republicans talk about Mexicans in the U.S. They're like, we need all these gringos. Gringo, go home.
Yep, pretty much. Let's see.
That's like getting an increasingly common thing, like in a lot of countries.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and if you think the way that Republicans talk about people coming from further down in South America to here is crazy, you can hear Mexican politicians talk about people from other South American countries passing through Mexico on the way to the U.S. They fucking hate those people.
Did you ever see during Trump's first administration where the mayor of Tijuana was walking around with a "Make Tijuana Great Again" cap and threatening like the Guatemalans and Hondurans in his country, in his city?
Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
Northern Mexico is really weird. Northern Mexico is another region that I can possibly see. I don't know seceding, but like basically demanding full autonomy from the government of Mexico.
What's this?
Because they have all the money.
Visuals for Spider Noir looks great. Do they, Sage?
Yeah, actually. They've been showing me.
Okay.
It's Nicolas
What were you
Cage.
showing?
It's Nicolas Cage playing Spider-Man. You shut the fuck up.
I didn't even pick up on you making a Spider-Man.
Because it actually does look like a good team.
Yeah, it actually does look.
Yeah, fucking leave me alone.
Well, you watch so much spider media that, like, I have trouble keeping it all straight. There's Spider Noir, there's Spider So What, like,
She walked in my house. She had legs.
Fuck you. Oh my god.
That was good.
Let's see.
Okay.
Charge of no knock-on action so shields. This one should go.
Would you say that you're a federal spider inspector? A lot of crazy stuff happening at these Winter Olympics.
Did you see that dog that got out there?
There was a dog. Did you see the squirrel that almost got run over by a snowboard too?
No.
There's just been animals running all over the snow.
Do they not have fences around the?
I don't know.
Dude, you should see the video of the dog. It's so fun. It's like a bunch of security trying to get this dog, and it is like racing down the speed hill.
That should be an Olympic event.
Well,
Olympic dog chasing.
What's funny is they were filming it and then cutting to the different angles, like it was watching one of those.
Nice.
The footage actually does look like.
No, that should just be an Olympic event.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
I think we should bring back chariot racing too.
Chariot racing.
Well, the only reason we don't have it anymore.
Wait. You guys want to see some chariot racing?
Yeah.
Okay, because I've been thinking about going to this up at Running Aces, which is kind of a dumpy casino in the northern suburbs.
Sure.
Okay. They have chariot racing?
Well, Canterbury is the only racetrack in Minnesota that's allowed to have jockeys.
Really?
So they have a racetrack at this Running Aces place, and they do the races, but it's all chariot racing because, according to Minnesota state law, they can't have the guys sit on the horses.
Oh, that's funny. So it's like janky chariot racing.
Yeah, it's like janky chariot racing.
That's funny.
So if you guys ever want, I just want to see what it looks like.
Well, there we go. We can go to the Minnesota Circus Maximus, and then we can go to the Minnesota Cloaca Maximus.
Cloaca Maximus.
That's right. I use the feminine.
Yes, it's a feminine cloaca.
I'm glad we've clarified. But cloacas can be either feminine or masculine.
Yeah, it's more of just a generalized whole.
I know. Wait, but for a male, the cloaca is obviously not the birth canal.
No.
So there is a difference between a male and a female cloaca.
Well, how do you differentiate that in terms of Latin?
Maybe it is the Cloaca Maximus.
There you go.
There you go. You were right. We're just inside a feminine cloaca, but there are Cloaca Maximus.
Gotcha. We're learning a lot today.
So many things that needed to be learned.
Well, people got to know, dude. We're the only channel talking about it.
Yeah. We're an educational channel.
Of all the spider sex dungeons in the city, we had to walk into mine.
God damn it. Fuck off.
I dare you to put education tag in your next screen.
That would be
Mike Flanagan has such direct new film adaptation.
I did see that about The Mist too, right before the stream. I mean, I think Mike Flanagan has done such a good job with Stephen King adaptations that I pretty much trust him to handle anything now. So, yeah, I mean, I hope it turns out good.
Education.
I mean, is it really worse than...
See, that was education.
They did that on Animania.
That's true. But I mean, considering the things that are like,
we need another mistake. Like his will be good. Don't get me wrong, but aren't there other ones he could do? Any controversial take about Stephen King?
Controversial take?
I don't think The Mist has been done particularly well.
I think that first one's decent.
It's fine. But you could do a much better job. The Mist is good. I don't know. What Stephen King story do you want to see? You want to see some Dark Tower stuff?
Well, Mike Flanagan is doing the Dark Tower.
I want to see Maximum Overdrive too.
No, you don't. you liar! No, you don't want to see that.
I'm just trying to think. There have been some really good Stephen King adaptations for other stuff. I don't think The Mist has got like amazing.
I mean, I don't think that movie is like incredible, but I think it's good.
I don't know, like what would you want to see done personally? Like, it's not like we need another Shining or another Korean.
Do we need another Mistake? Like his will be good, don't get me wrong, but aren't there other ones he could do? Well, he's doing a shitload of them all at once. I mean, he's doing a new Carrie.
This was fine, and then they just do it. He's doing a new Carrie.
Yeah, he's doing a new version of Carrie.
See, but Carrie was already done really well.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying The Mist is more deserving of a
yeah. No, I mean, I hear you.
Carrie the Mist.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's that. Mike Flanagan's big thing is that he is doing The Dark Tower.
Yeah. I mean, because it's been done very well, and it's been done recently.
And then the show, which is coming out right now, is like kind of original stuff, but also is like kind of new stuff too.
Because I mean, I can think of, I don't know, like what, like do a Pet Sematary.
I don't think Pet Sematary has been done super great yet. I actually don't think either Pet Sematary is fantastic.
No.
What would you do if he didn't have Stephen King? Well, he's done original. Well, I guess The Haunting of Hill House is like arguably original because it's based on a book, but I feel like he really barely uses the actual book to tell that story. So.
Kind of like how you can say that The Shining is almost an original Stanley Kubrick movie than it is.
Yeah,
That's Stephen King.
There's a controversial take among film fans is that I think Jack Nicholson's performance in The Shining starts at an 11.
Like to see Insomnia or Talent.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'd like to see both of those. But yeah, my take there is Jack Nicholson in The Shining is at a fucking 11 the second the movie starts, to the point that to me it's unbelievable that those guys give him the job, that his family would even go to an isolated location with him, that he is so crazy at the beginning of that movie that he has nowhere to go up, and he's just already that nuts at the moment the film starts. That to me, it takes a lot of punch out of the idea of the story of him getting crazy because of the isolation. I'm like, the isolation didn't make him crazy.
Yeah.
He was nuts the second they started.
That's definitely true, but the story really is it's about what Jack Nicholson's kind of doing to his family.
But he's already doing it, is the thing.
Why would his family go?
I don't know.
He's more treated as always kind of a monster in the story.
When in The Shining is really more of a story about someone suffering from alcoholism and like letting that demon take over their personality and change who they are.
Here's my proposal.
Whereas, like you
take Pixar's Cars and you combine it with Maximum Overdrive.
God damn it, Ulysses. It's a fucking Maximum Overdrive.
Imagine being Stephen King's wife and reading The Shining. The Shinning.
The Shinning. That's
the Simpsons joke.
Yeah, yeah. In The Simpsons when that's Willie calls it the Shinning.
Yeah. Back when The Simpsons was funny. Imagine being her reading that scene in Hit.
Yeah, I'd have way more questions about that.
Yeah, that was odd.
Yeah, because if you take that out of that book, it's a very good book. But that piece in there makes it hard to want to ever read it a second time. So, I don't know. That's why I'm glad that show right now is getting made, because it's taking a lot of the stuff from the book that has never been made it into an adaptation about like some of the greater kind of mythology and history of the town.
Sure.
But without having to deal with that part.
Good.
So.
Yeah, we don't need that.
We do not need that. In fact, it makes me think Stephen King was at Epstein's Island.
That's a strange thing to include. That's all I can say.
But, yeah. On that note, it is 5:30. Let me see if there's anybody we can raid. I think I saw Lucky Dog on earlier. So.
Yeah, bro. You take a test where you answer all 196 countries, and you get down to the South Pacific, and you fucking forget something like Kiribati or like Vanuatu, and you just want to kill yourself. When you get 195, you just, after you spend like 20 minutes doing that, you just want to die.
Let's see. Well, I appreciate that, but I think we're just going to do Lucky Dog because I already see him on. But I am, in general, I am always open for suggestions.
But think about it, though, because the cars in Pixar's cars, they have mouths, though, right? So not only can they be running people over, but they could be eating people, too. That's why there aren't any people in the cars.
Well, you were just building up to that. You just wanted to eat people.
It's in the name, goddammit.
Ulysses has been feeling a little weird since we first started having this conversation about all the crazy elite stuff, and he's at the end. He's like, boy, guys, eating people can be cool.
There's different ways to do it. All right, there's classy ways.
I'm just going to say, not all cannibals are on Epstein's list.
Have a good one, everybody.